For today's review, we are looking at the Batman Superman fusion figure. And I'm just going to go straight into the data profile card because I have no idea what is going on with this character design. Why are they fused? I don't know any of that. So you have a nice artwork on the card as usual. It's literally the same on the box, right? It's the same photo. And I do want to preface that there is a platinum version of this figure that exists for those who do not know. And the platinum version is basically recreating this moment right here, I guess, because the arm, the hands, and the lower half of the legs, I think they are coated in some sort of transparent green plastic, if I remember correctly. And the belt is yellow. So those are just like the differences between the platinum and the regular. I don't know why the belt is brown. It should technically be the same color, right? I don't know. And this is from Batman Superman World's Finest, a comic run that I've never read before. So if you have read the story, do tell me like what the heck is going on in like a synopsis form if you want to in the comments. So as it reads, as Robin and Supergirl race to retrieve the secrets of the Devil Nazar from ancient China, Batman and Superman get more than they bargained for in the present. To save humanity from the fires of the demon, the world's finest must go toe-to-toe with the protector of Sector 2814, Hal Jordan. Using their combined willpower, Batman and Superman willed away Hal's power ring, amalgamating into an invincible new superhero. So Hal Jordan's a villain, or is he corrupted by the demon? I don't know what is going on there. And also, from that last part, this form is created by Green Lantern energy, essentially, right? Willpower? That's what it sounds like. I mean, they took his power ring and then it amalgamated into this form by fusing the both of them. So basically, from what I can understand from that, these green lines and just the green on his hands, everything, that's willpower, I assume. Because this can be explained, I guess, with the accessories. And let's get to that part right now. So for the accessories, he does come with a additional hand for the left hand, open hand sort of thing like this. And he does include 3 of these batarangs. So these go with the gripping hand. And I'm assuming these are made out of Green Lantern energy. These are constructs. These are not actual physical, batarangs that he carries, right? So, I mean, that would make more sense. It's kind of cool. So technically, could this character be considered somewhat of a Green Lantern or no? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not too sure. So, but I mean, he is using willpower, right? So, okay. With that said, let's look into the aesthetics, I guess, of this figure. So, this body mold is not new. It is a reuse of a body mold we have seen before. It was introduced with the Speeding Bullets Superman figure, which I have yet to review. But we did look at a figure not that long ago that used this exact same body. So, as you can see from the side, you can see the grid line pattern that's not supposed to be on this character's design, but it's there. And the last time we looked at a figure that had this exact same pattern was a certain somebody called Commander Steel, right? So this body buck has been used probably for the 4th time now. I could be wrong. I don't remember how many times it's been used, but yeah, not a new body buck. Okay. As for the face sculpt, it is very simple and very plain. It is literally just all red. There's no crazy details going on it. But it does make for a good head sculpt because if you do customs and you want to use this particular head sculpt for some sort of custom figure where you want Batman to be wearing like a mask that covers like the entirety of his face, this head sculpt would work. And if you want to paint it in a different color, you definitely can for sure do that. So this head sculpt in particular could work for some good customs. That's what I can see from that. As for the aesthetics with the arms, yeah, they're simply painted on or printed on. There's not like a crazy grid line pattern. I wish the grid line patterns like this could like go all the way through the upper parts of his arm, or they could have given him like, instead of like 3 batarangs, give 1 batarang, and then the other 2 slots could have went to some sort of energy construct, or not construct, I mean energy effect piece that can like be clipped onto his arms to kind of simulate, you know, the energy flowing through him. That would have been cooler if they did that, like what we see in the comic photo. So he does have his utility belt, which is really funny because it's like a character like this who is literally overpowered, right? Why does he still need his utility belt? What is that for? But nevertheless, it's there. It's part of the design, so that's cool. And another thing that I like the most about this figure is the S-Shield logo. I really love the whole like different colors on the front and the back, and they do represent something. So the front is more of like the colors we see today with the Superman S logo, right? The yellow and red. And I like the fact that they also like fused it with the bat logo. So you see the bat wings form the S, right? That's cool. But on the back, it's the black and red color, which goes back to the more classic sort of Superman suit that he used to wear, the black and the red. If you watch the 1940s Superman cartoon show, which has been remastered many times, re-released, you know, throughout the decades, you would know what I'm talking about, because in that particular cartoon, that was the costume that he wore from beginning to end. And if you even watch, like, for example, Superman and Lois, the recent version of that show from the CW, the first episode, they had him wear that costume with the black and the red, you know, emblem. So it is a really cool touch to see that sort of, you know, color scheme on the back, right? So I do like that a lot. And that's basically it for aesthetics. Like, there's really nothing else to point out on this figure that's like crazy different. It's, again, just pretty much similar to Commander Steel. It's very much a comic book style figure, and well, it is a comic book style figure. So there's not much like crazy sculpt work going on, right? I mean, the arms have the usual, you know, Batman sharp, whatever those things are called. But they're there. But that's basically it. So, yeah. And for articulation, well, I'm going to show it again for those who have never seen how this body block articulates, because it's literally the same as Commander Steel. His arm can go all the way out like that. It can go front and back like this. His head can look up okay. It can look down okay. It can look side to side. It can, you know, rock side to side. He does have the double jointed articulation. He does have upper bicep swivels, and he also has sculpted ball joint hands that can hinge, you know, articulate like this, rotate like that, right? And of course, when it comes to his torso, really good upper abdomen movement right there. Waist area can move okay as well. My copy is still kind of new, so you know, it's not moving all too much, but it is there. It is present. As for his legs, that's as much as you can kick out, because even though this diaper piece, as we like to call it, is soft PVC, they didn't carve out enough room for it to actually kick out too much. So that's unfortunate. Double jointed, of course, with the legs. You have articulation with the feet and toe articulation, so pretty good. And then, can he do the splits? Not entirely, but he can still spread out his legs, so not too bad. And that is basically articulation for this figure, because there's really nothing else to talk about when it comes to articulation, because, again, it is the same as this figure. So, if you want to have him hold the batarangs, it's not impossible. You just gotta, like, you know, put it on his hand somewhat, and then he can hold it, right? Get it into like a pose where he's gonna throw the batarang or something. I don't know. Something like that if you want to. With your own imagination. Oh, now if you want to swap the hands, very simple. All you do is you pop it off the peg. Let me see if it comes off. Oh, there we go. There we go. And now what you do is you pop this hand on. There we go. And that is how you put the other hand on his left arm. And now if you want to get him into some sort of action pose, let me kind of do just exactly that. Kind of like a martial arts stance, I guess. Let me see. There we have it, in a martial art kind of stance or something, or some sort of action pose right there, with that other hand, I guess. Kinda. Not exactly, but you get what I'm trying to do. So, really cool. My overall opinion about this figure is that it's just a really appealing figure to look at. Like, even if the design is wacky, it's weird, something that maybe some people don't like because, some people might think it's cringe that Batman and Superman fuse together. But regardless of where this originated from, it does make for a good figure on your DC shelf. Regardless, it just looks cool. And I'm happy to add this to my shelf because it just looks nice to have. So if you're hesitating on whether to pick this figure up or not, well, I will leave you to be the judge to decide that for your own choice of what you want to do. Because I like the figure, but it doesn't mean that other people like the figure. So, yeah. And with that said, I hope you found this review informative. If you did, give it a like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can. You don't have to, because in the end of the day, I make these videos for fun, and I hope that you enjoy them. With that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.